Morning, Irfan.
Hey Chris,
Hey, Irfan.
how are you? How are you doing?
Doing well. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Good.
Gopi is stuck on another call. As it's Thursday, we have uh, a meeting with a different client.
Okay.
Yeah, he might be joining a little late.
Okay.
I guess we are early, huh? Couple of minutes.
Yeah. We're just waiting for a few more folks to join us. Um,
Yeah, another thing is we would like to connect with Kurt and see how his account behaving. Actually, he's unable to upload the profile pic, right? So we want to connect with him offline. Is it okay?
of course. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We are unable to reproduce it. It's working fine for all users. So for him, we need to see how what are the actions and steps he's doing.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I want to find out because there's other people who are able to add their profile pictures, and he's been unable to. So. Um, yeah. Then there's a number of other items. Um, I don't know if Prasanna or somebody's going to be on the call that can go over all of our list of things that we've submitted so far. And
Yeah. We created them on Jira and we picked them. We are working on that. Uh, some of them are fixed already. The main thing, I mean, in mobile, we are picking one by one, and uh, most probably tomorrow I'll send out another build tomorrow by end of the day. And on web part, there was a double spending issue. We resolved it on server side.
yeah, we tested yesterday just to test to see if it would go through, and it wouldn't. So we assumed you fixed it.
Yeah, so we too tested it, like we too created a lot of transactions in a short span of time, and we gave a UI level fix as well. Like we are stopping a user for 1 minute. If he raises any transaction, he has to wait for a minute to raise another transaction. That is live on staging. We didn't move it to production because I just wanted you to take a look before, I want you to uh, look at uh, I'm sharing my screen. So is my screen visible?
Yeah, I can see it.
And another thing that we added is if they don't have enough ETH required for gas in that account, then we are displaying an error message and telling them like, hey, you don't have enough ETH, and stopping that transaction. This account is having 0 ONG. Okay, let me swap some ONG. Let's swap 100. So if I try to once again buy or swap, it will give this pop up
Oh, that's great.
saying
Yeah, that's
please
perfect.
for 1 minute to submit next transaction. Although we fixed this issue on server side on production, uh, on UI side we added this on staging. It's not yet on production.
Okay.
I just wanted to confirm you this with you, like whether
Yeah, I like that. I like that it's red and that it's, it tells them to wait for a minute.
yeah. So what? What is 1 minute? Yeah, 1 minute is done now. I can once again swap or buy. Show me. So let me open another account. That account does not have enough ETH. So this account is not having ETH, 0 ETH. Now if he, but he's having ONG tokens. If he try to buy Somi, then he won't be able to do a transaction, and this your wallet does not have minimum gas required for the transaction. Please deposit a minimum of this much ETH so that it can be used as gas.
That's great. Yeah, we definitely. And so once they deposit that minimum amount of ETH, then that goes away.
Yeah, it will definitely goes away. For other account, it wasn't there. I just now I did transaction, right? That
Hmm.
account had enough ETH. Even if he submits this, this won't be clickable and it won't do anything as long as this thing is there.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, if I go to see, this is the account with ETH, enough ETH. So here, if I try to purchase, it won't show me that error because it's having ETH
Got it.
0.668. So these are the things that we did, and let's look at groups as well. Group with a lot of users. This one has 27 members. Manage group. users. So search option, it got commented out while rolling to prod, so that's why it wasn't working.
Oh, okay, so now that works again. That's great.
And pagination as well. We had few issues related to this. That's why we didn't roll out to prod. Here, when we do pagination, it will load all the users. When you scroll down, but when you go back, see here, this one it has to show only 4 or 5. These 5 users. It was showing a lot of whatever the users it loaded. I mean, if there are 180 users, then here it tries to show 180 icons, and the UI got distorted.
Got it. Okay.
So there was that issue. So even now, see, if you take a quick look, if I go back, initially it shows a lot of users and then it shows few. So
Irfan, this is just the way you are implementing the logic behind the code, right?
Yeah.
You are just pulling everything right now. Today it might work because you have only few user database, but as the users grow, if it grows into a 500,000 or something like that in future, the page will not even load if the way you are loading everything in one go, right?
We are not loading everything in one go.
Then why is that we are seeing all the users at one shot then?
They are loaded in pagination.
Correct. When you are doing a paginated loading, it should not be distracted with what is happening. There is something wrong in the implementation, if I'm not wrong.
See, when user comes back to this page, we are removing those users, whatever the loaded 180 or 200, or we are removing all the users and displaying only whatever the users are there, 5 users here. So in that time gap, it's trying to render it, and then it will adapt.
So how can we engage the user while this is happening onto the back? It's something which we have to think about it. Is it if we have more bigger server, will this process happen quickly, or is it because of the memory issue, or what is that? Or is it just the implementation logic in that manner?
It's while rendering the UI, there will be a little bit of while removing the users, adding them. There will be
just let's take for example, right? Let's take for example the search results of Google or search results from Facebook, right? I'm just taking them as an example.
Mm-hmm.
You will never see any kind of distraction happening on those results, right? If I go front, go back, or if I go to the next 20th page, I don't see any kind of impact which is happening.
Here, see, this is the empty screen that you saw just now on YouTube.
Yeah, that is the initial logo which is not loading, right? That is fine. That's exactly that's where the delay is happening. I get it, but it is not showing me anything happening on the ecosystem for me, right? Similarly, we have to have some place where that shows and it renders. If we can get that in place, then it is also good for us. That's what exactly I'm saying. So there is some work that you guys can go back and fix it. It's not that this is an issue, because the pagination concept issue is there since 90s. Right, when this internet started, from then it is there. There was a lot of discussions around it, and then there are a lot of implementations have come in. So we have to check what kind of implementation we are using and how we can avoid it.
What does this use? Is it like Bootstrap?
It's not Bootstrap, Chris. Angular 2, Angular 5 exactly. It's
Okay.
yeah.
So, I mean, is there a problem with us just allowing it to, allowing the pagination or kind of like in the background without kind of interrupting the user flow and without adding additional, to like groups, additional avatars up top?
Hey, Chris, I'm Saket. Sorry to interrupt. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, there won't be any issues with the performance of the website. So, I mean, right now the implementation is being done as required. So 10 users will be, paginated. So we'll be keep on it, and not all users are being loaded at a time. And whereas that the avatars are concerned, I think we can probably restrict it to display a certain number of users. That's all. And after that, just not bother about it. So we don't have to bother about that that rendering thing that user might actually get surprised to. So I mean, let me take a look at that. But as far as
Saket, I would say this, right? You guys go back, do an R&D, and understand what is happening, because this is not something which you are inventing. This has already been implemented. Only thing is we have to understand how the other companies have implemented and the best way to get it done, right? That's all. You just take a look at there and then get back to us. That's all we wanted. So you take a look at it, and then we'll talk about it in tomorrow's call or on Friday's call or on Monday's call about it.
Sure. Sure, sir.
Okay, then let's move on from this topic.
So these are all on staging, Chris. You or Yobs or any of you can go ahead and take a look at it. If you feel these things are good and okay, like the messages and the stuff, we can go ahead and move this to prod maybe tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so far what I've seen, I'm happy with. I think it's good. It's logical, and those are good for the users. And
and here this line, I'll send you this. See if you want any modifications in this.
I think that's good.
Yeah, if that's good, then
Hey, Chris, Saket again. Just a small request from me. If you guys can probably browse through the staging site today and let us know the feedback so that we can move that to the production rather than directly looking at the feedback on production.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go through the staging today, of course.
Yeah, thanks, Chris.
Yeah, thank you, Scott. Is there any other items that we should cover, Irfan, on the that were reported for the?
yeah, on mobile side we fixed few of them. me see. I can pull up that screen. There was comments were not visible, so that we fixed. And
Are you sharing your screen, Irfan?
yeah, it's serving. It's loading. Let me.
Okay.
I'll be sharing a build tomorrow in test flight with all of the things reported will be resolved. Hopefully, if there is any outstanding item, we will let you know. Once again, Yobs, can you please ask Yobs to try it once again on prod to do double spending?
Yeah, we tried it yesterday afternoon and it was fixed.
Okay. I mean, I just wanted to make it sure, to double check. We did, but maybe Yobs might be doing some different way.
I got on a screen share with him and I watched him do it, and the double spend transactions failed. So whatever you guys did fixed the problem.
Yeah, and the 1 minute delay also we have to keep it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And that's good with the message that comes up when the user tries to click, and that red message pops. That's good, letting them know that there's a delay, so they won't try again. There's quite a few things in mobile that are happening as far as like the user experience goes. So.
Okay. Yeah, we are picking them one by one, as I said, and we are working on fixing those things. Actually, yesterday we were occupied with the double spending thing.
Yeah.
So
okay.
That's somewhat a critical issue. Actually, it should not have happened in the first place. So.
What's going on with the earnings? Because are we actually we're not really seeing any earnings accumulate on any of the posts on the platform.
Yeah, I remember I bootstrapped our blockchain on December 25th. So 2 months, it's a couple of days more. I'm also I have taken another instance on Google Cloud that we have to work on the logic of this rewards creation. So I want to have a backup plan like
Okay, so you have a separate instance on Google Cloud where you're working on the rewards, trying to manipulate that.
To jumpstart it.
Okay, and just for those who are on the call who might not know, Brian specifically, we forked the Steemit blockchain. And there was code inside of the Steemit blockchain that said the rewards are delayed 2 months. So basically December 25th puts us at February 25th that the reward system is supposed to kick in on the platform.
Okay. All right. Great.
So, yeah, go ahead.
So I was going to ask, so as far as like what you've done on the extra instance, is there any progress on that side, or what's happening there?
I modified logic and gave it a try, but it still had the delay. I want to reduce the delay to as low as possible, like 1 day or a couple of hours, like that. But the exact, it's huge code base, and I have to be more careful while modifying it, because some of the things may have ripple effect and affect other features. So I'm trading carefully over there. Hopefully by tomorrow, when all the mobile issues and things are fixed, I can have more time on that one this weekend. And you might be having some $5 to $10 extra billing this month because of that.
Okay.
Yeah. So here comments weren't visible in the current build. We removed that issue, and there was a pop-up showing up server error. And we worked on in the message there was Steemit in the error message. We now we are customizing it to SOMI error message.
Yeah.
So those were the things that I remember on the top of my head, and we are still we are in middle of fixing the issues. So by tomorrow you can have a latest build out.
Yeah. Like some of the, for example, when I test, I'll look at it from desktop and mobile. Like, for example, I just did a test post on desktop to the SOMI blockchain, and I see like a little $sign that did show up.
Okay.
When I look at it on mobile, that there's no $sign that shows on that mobile post.
What post is it? Do you see that post here?
I just did it on production. It says test. So if you go to my profile on production, it'll say test. Or if you just go to my profile, see if it's there.
Yeah, it's here, test.
Yeah, so I see a $sign that showed up on desktop, but I don't see that it showed up on as it should on
Did you publish this on SOMI or
on SOMI blockchain.
okay, then must say you don't, this post is not there on blockchain, but does it give success message?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. It's a refresh issue, I guess, or should not be refresh. Yeah, so what's happening here is, Chris, when you publish the post, it will be posted on our server first, and by that time, this post doesn't have the flag that says that this post is on blockchain. So if any client is reading this post before that, then they'll get like this is not on blockchain. There will be a gap of few seconds. That is, first it will be published to our servers first, and then it will be published to blockchain, and then it will be a blockchain will communicate to the server that okay, this post has been successfully recorded on blockchain. Then the status will change along with the ID of that post that has been published on blockchain. Like blockchain ID will be there, a permalink that will be recorded in our servers. So there is a little bit, you know, delay thing. If user is if user reopens the app, then it will start showing up or coming back to this page from other pages. It will show up.
Yeah, like in my version of the app, it still hasn't refreshed, so I don't even see it like on my home feed. I have to go to my profile to see that post.
Can you reopen the app?
So let me close it out, and then I'll reopen it. Yeah, when I reopen it, it just goes right back. It almost doesn't, I guess, let's see, how do I completely...
Yes, you minimized it.
How do I completely close it out so it doesn't remember that it's open?
Okay.
Okay, yeah, now it shows. Now that I closed it down and rebooted.
Yeah, so that's kind of delay because it's while the post is publishing on blockchain, if the client reads that post, then then the
Is there any way that we can delay the post being shown on the screen itself until it is published onto the blockchain, so that way these kind of issues can be avoided? We can say that someone is posting here, some kind of new message can come. Once it is done, it can be updated.
Is it a good way to do? I mean, if blockchain post takes time, or
I don't think it's much of a problem, Sai. I think it's okay. Like I don't want to. I would say if anything, if we could refresh it or send a refresh faster so they can see it on their timeline once it does publish on the blockchain. So like it actually published on the blockchain and it still didn't refresh. I actually had to manually shut down my app and then reboot it to see it. So all I'd be looking for in the mobile app is a faster refresh to refresh those posts that were already like communicated to the block that it published to the blockchain. So just refreshing for the user a little bit faster.
So Irfan, are we guys doing the refresh after it is posted onto the blockchain or no?
If you do it from web app, it won't refresh the mobile app. It's the connection now. It's not there. We can do that.
No, what is the plan of action? What is the plan that you had in mind when this post is happening? What is your original plan of development thought process? How you guys thought about it? That you wanted to do a web app refresh so that when that functionality incorporates, these things will be taken care?
Yeah, web app refresh we are doing, and even if it's published from mobile app refresh, mobile will refresh. But
what you are saying is currently that functionality is not incorporated yet.
I mean, when you publish from web, mobile is not going to refresh. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I mean to say.
When is that going to be implemented? That's what I'm asking. When is that change going to be in place?
We will first of all we have to give it a thought, like the best way to communicate to the mobile, like this particular user has published a message. Maybe first of all to that particular user, or for all the users, we need this refresh.
Got it.
I mean, how does Telegram do it? Telegram, it's instantaneous. Anything that happens on your desktop is right there on your mobile.
Yeah, one way to do it is WebSockets or background push notifications to the mobile, or WebSocket messages. I guess we can look into WebSockets because it is silent and user won't come to know about that.
Okay. I mean, whatever is the best, technology that we can to streamline it, but yet make it instantaneous between mobile and desktop would be ideal.
Sure, we will let you know if there is any other third choice that can be done easily apart from these two. That can
so simple ask. So Irfan, it is simple ask. When you update, it should update both, right? Simple ask. How are you going to implement? We are not restricting your implementations, right? You go and figure.
Sure, sir. Yeah.
We don't want it to be like time-consuming process to evaluate and all that, and come back and say we will be doing it in like 1 week, 2 weeks. We don't want that to happen. That's all. Got it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Irfan, moving on to like a bug that I found, when I clicked, I sent you a message, like for example on Telegram, I just sent you a link. It was a notification that when I click that notification, it opens up my mobile app and takes me into the notifications section. But then all of my icons disappear. All of my navigation icons disappear from the mobile app. So those bottom three, the bottom three and the top icons all disappear, and it just shows a notification page. And then I have to actually shut down the app in order for it to.
We are working on that one, Chris. We are adding a back button as the normal notification page will have, where you can go to home page. If you go to notifications page normally, you will have a back button.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are working on that one.
Got it.
Then you open it from the external link, that back button.
Okay, so that's going to be fixed. And then in the notifications itself, a lot of them are just like, not really.
Yeah, we saw it too. Other rows have posts attached to it, but they don't have.
So like basically like you should be able to click any of those and it takes you to the post.
Yeah,
where
actually, I guess, these are the empty posts without any text, but it's having a tick. Empty post with tick or empty post with YouTube video or GIF link. Those are the posts. Those are the posts these are. So we will. Shall we display that if it is a GIF, it won't have any text attached to it.
Right. It's just that, anytime a user likes anything, you should be able to just click that notification, and it just simply takes you to the post level that they liked. So you can see where they interacted with you on your feed.
Okay, yeah.
So it just copy Facebook. I mean, Facebook has this down to, they have it down to a science. So if you go to your notifications on Facebook, on mobile, and somebody interacts with you on any post, I mean, they even take you to the area of the comment where you interacted with them. So that's kind of like, just standard stuff that is nice to be able to see where people are interacting with you on a post level, if they're liking a comment, or pretty soon we'll have to add the comments, so we want to add the interaction of a specific comment, of course, replying, upvoting a particular comment on a post, and so forth.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, like the imaging. So, for example, on the
it kind of distorted. I saw it too. Yeah, here you said even if I open cover pic, it was showing profile pic. We fixed it. Now if you open cover pic, it will open cover pic.
Okay, good. Yeah, and for some reason on the mobile devices, a lot of the images are looking distorted. They may not look distorted on desktop. I don't know how we can fix that.
Yeah, we are working on that one to adapt to the different mobile sizes.
Also, the next one, Chris, I don't know if you communicated this when we were checking for the admin. Apart from you, the other admin they were not able to see the scheduler button.
Yeah, I was just just about ready to mention that. So
Okay.
yeah, thanks, Sai.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Arfan. So if you actually if I make somebody an admin on a page, so I added Jessica, for example, on the SOMI official page as an admin, and I was
Okay.
telling her, I want you to start posting content page, and you can use the scheduling tool
Okay.
to post content. So I just told her, you can go ahead and use the scheduling tool. And when I added her as an admin, and she went to go post on that page, like on What's on Your Mind. So she went into a group that she had management of now. So now she's an admin of it. And
Okay. Yeah, so she's
well,
unable to
she's a
see.
manager. So I'm just, you can go back to the timeline now. Click on What's on Your Mind. And you see that little clock next to the scheduling tool there?
Yeah.
That doesn't show for her.
Okay.
So if you add an administrator to your page that you manage and you own it, I can see it as the owner. So if I go to, so let me go to SOMI Official. I'm the owner of the page. And I can go into the timeline. I can see the scheduling tool. But once I add an administrator to my page and tell them to go ahead and post, they do not see the scheduling tool icon.
Yeah, sure. We will pick that up and we will move it to staging and we will let you know once it's done. Hopefully, by tomorrow.
Okay. Anything else that we reported that we needed to go over?
I guess we are good. We will try to finish off all those as much as possible by tomorrow and get you updated versions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go ahead and test on the staging today, and I'll give that to Yobes as well and AC and a couple of community members. They can test, and
Sure.
people can let us know if they find anything. Has the new version of the mobile app been updated to the general user?
No.
Okay.
It's do you want us to update that, release it?
I would say let's. How long is it going to take to get the the fixes in?
As I said, tomorrow Bill will have these fixes, so we can publish it over the weekend.
Okay, I think that's good because the current version that a lot of them are on is a very like old version that's kind of broken. So
Yeah, sure.
it'll be good to get that out to the general user.
Yeah.
I was on another mobile app that actually pushed out a test flight. They said that I've been selected as a test flight, they automatically added me as a test flight user.
Okay.
I don't know how easy is it for us to add, our general users as test flights, like to do a push.
There is a limit on test flight users, internal users. So it's not like we can add all of them. The limit 100. And
That's interesting. Yeah, because this app is called TikTok, and it's
okay.
They have literally, I would imagine they have hundreds of thousands of users on there. So like the fact that I came on board and they pushed me a test flight notification was interesting to me.
From test flight you got it, or some other?
No, they just pushed I opened their app. They pushed out a message that said that you've been selected as a test flight to participate as a test flight, and I accepted it. And I of course already had test flight on my phone, so it just showed up. The app's called TikTok, and it was interesting to me to see that.
There are other vendors, they provide n number of testers, like Test Fairy is there, which is similar to Test Flight, or we are using the Test Fairy internally for internal testing, and there are other vendors who gives you lots of number of yeah, there is another thing with test flight comes with the iOS developer account, Apple developer account. If you have uh, uh, there will be memberships, or you can say subscription levels for Apple developer. If it is a single developer account, then 100 users will be there. If it is a organization level account, then you can have a lot more.
Okay.
Exact number I don't know, but there are subscriptions. Like as of now, the developer account is costing $120. If I'm correct, $125 or $100. But the organization level will cost you more.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look into it because it'd be maybe in the future we could have more testers and general users that are in our community that we could push out and select, because I like that concept for that app.
We have 100. If you want to implement up to 100, we can do it.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's if we can add some of our community members. To me, they, when I signed up on that service, I probably gave them my email and my user ID, so they just automatically somehow added me and sent me a notification to request that I be a test user or a beta user, and I accepted it.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need email IDs. Once we have their email IDs, I can send out invitations. But in our case, those notifications, they will get emails to their mobile.
I didn't even get an email from them. I just got a push notification that I've been selected as a test flight user, or asking me, and I accepted right there. And since I already had test flight downloaded, it told me you have to have this app, test flight, and it said, for me, it said open because I had already downloaded it.
You got push notification from TikTok or
From TikTok, yeah. So when I got selected, I'm just saying that's the flow. It was very easy. It was no email. It was just a push notification from them.
Okay. So then to do that, we have to incorporate push notification feature in our app, and then the user should have the app installed already.
We don't have push notifications now?
Yeah, as of now, it's not having push notifications.
Okay, so let's put that on the list because we do want to have push notifications for our app in general.
Yeah, and I was thinking if that the user should have our app installed already.
Of course.
Yeah, so if you want to pick a new guy who don't have our app already installed,
Well, anybody who's going to be selected will have the app installed and they'll get a push notification.
okay.
But in general, we're going to want to have push notifications just so we can, push out updates for our signals for our, for our user base.
Sure, we can add it to a next sprint.
Okay.
Once these issues fixed and we roll out a new build, and then we can work on that with the other list that we have. The other things.
Yeah. So let's. I guess let's get all these things fixed so we can close this sprint, and then I'll get with Brian, and then we'll talk about the next sprint of features. Do you guys have a planned sprint for like the next 2 weeks?
Hello, Chris. This is Gopi.
Oh, hi, Gopi.
Hi, Chris. So actually, regarding this sprint, I have something to inform you. We are documenting all the bugs, whatever is being posted in Telegram and Jira we have so far. And we are updating the status from our side, like if it's done or if it's in pending state or something. So once that is completed after tomorrow's release, I would like to share that document with you once so that you can just cross-check the status for each feature. And accordingly, I would like to close all the tickets in Jira.
Okay, that's great. So that'll be.
So if a few features are like pending, I would request you to mark them like the priority wise, like P1, P2, P3, and we'll finish off all the remaining features which are left as per the priority you set.
Okay.
So by mistake, if we have missed some features in this sprint, first we would like to complete them all, and if we are all set with this sprint, then we are planning to look into the next sprint.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yeah. So I'll be sharing the document tomorrow with you.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Okay. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah. Thanks, Gopi. Yeah. Glad you could make it today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess that does it. Anybody have anything else that we need to talk about? Okay.
Yeah, I think we are good. Ifan, are we good?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Thanks for the work, guys, and for the fast response. It's much appreciated getting those fixes. We'll look forward to the follow-up, and in the meantime, we'll be testing on the staging server.
Hey, one quick question for you. Is there any way that you can showcase a video of how ONG is used, and how SOMI to convert to GBugs and GBugs to this, and all that kind of conversions can be done? Is there a video that we can showcase?
I'll do that, Sai.
Oh, you'll do that? Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna screen record something. I've just been waiting because we wanted to kind of work through a couple of these things.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. We'll put together something. I can put that together today, actually.
Okay.
Very quickly too, just one last question that actually reminded me. On the section, I guess we'll see that actually look for the ticket. So in terms of the charging up the GBucks, for example, that's going to be added, right? That's a feature that we're waiting to add for the user, so they can actually add their GBucks balance.
You mean purchasing Gbucks?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like when you click on the advertising section in the digital next to digital assets, it asks you how many Gbucks do you want to buy, and I guess it says when you put in 8, it then calculates 1,538 ONG.
Okay.
So let's see. So I guess let me click recharge just to see what happens here.
For me, it's showing infinity ONG coins for 8 Gbucks.
Let's see, 8, 14, it shows me 1429 now on production.
Yeah, I'm also looking on production and clicking on recharge. It's not doing anything. What's it doing for you if you click on recharge?
It's not doing anything for me. But this is definitely, a priority where we want to get the, the Gbucks. And another thing is that I'm not sure like that we actually want to allow the Gbucks to be, once they purchase Gbucks, then it has to go towards advertising. We're not going to allow that to cash back out. Because some users brought up some issues that basically if they were trying to manipulate or play with the so say they bought the ONG and then converted it to SOMI and bought the advertising dollars, and then they basically waited for the ONG to go down and then converted those Gbucks back to SOMI and then consequently to ONG. They were saying that they could technically manipulate the system so that they would double their money from doing that process. So it kind of made sense. So we want to, we probably just want to address this in the next sprint, but we want to get this kind of prioritize it so that people can, at least start boosting their posts and they can charge up the Gbucks. The users, some users said that they would, if we change the name to like AdBucks, that would make sense because it's just, these are advertising dollars.
Yeah. Let's give it a thought. We will also look into that and work on it on in next sprint.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to get that feedback over to you guys.
Yeah, we will keep that in mind.
And then on the 27th, the other team has they have a presentation at 2 p.m. Pacific time. And so I don't know if you guys want to have somebody attend that. I'll record it, of course. But that's next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific. And basically,
I think Prasanna can join that call because Prasanna is from US. I think we should check with her.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, Chris. I can join that call.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks, Prasanna.
Yeah, thanks, Prasanna. Okay, so that's the next week, and that's the ad share system that will be presented, and we just want to thoughtfully, then coordinate the committing of that code and basically the integration of the ad share system into the platform.
Yeah, I will also try to join if possible. If not, please record it so that we can have a look when we get time.
Okay. All right, sounds good. All right, thanks everybody. Appreciate the time today.
Yep. Thanks.
I'll
Thanks
send
for
the
the-
recording. I have the recording here. I'll send it immediately.
Thanks, Chris.
Okay. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, guys.